Dominique Wilkins said that the only player he ever played against that gave him any type of fears was Bernard King. He said it's the only player he ever worried about. Now, he went against Larry Bird, he went against Magic, he went against Jordan. Why would he say Bernard King? Because he's the guy who history has kind of forgotten. He's the guy that when you talk about the greats or the guys that should have been there mentioned, he gets left off. But make no mistake about it. Now, it may be controversial to say, but it's really not controversial to say. If we were going to talk a guy that pound for pound for a score, a guy pound for pound that was a scoring offensive machine, when Kendrick Perkins was going about Kevin Durant or something, you got to make that case for Bernard King. If you talk about pound for pound with Allen Iverson, you could say Bernard King. He had all the makings of all that. Now, Bernard King said the same thing about Dominique, that he was the guy that he worried about. Because Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight reel, could posterize you and could score. But Bernard King's insane way he could score and move the ball, and it just that injuries short curved his career. Had the Knicks been able to keep him healthy and he plays with Patrick Ewing, oh, how might history be different? He was one of those guys you did not want to have to deal with. He was one of those guys that he could embarrass you. And he was strong, agile, and incredible talent. I like it when I hear some of the guys who are considered some of the greatest ever talk about guys who are kind of almost seen as unsung, because when you talk about when everybody brings rings into the equations or popularity, Bernard King gets kind of like forgotten, except for those in the know. The ones that remember ain't forgotten. But there's an era that has kind of moved on that they don't know, that they don't talk about. And, it's kind of like, it's unfortunate because this guy was one of the baddest ones to ever do it. And, when you think about the depth and the magnitude and what he represented and what he was about, you can't help but kind of like be in awe of his skill set. You can't help but be kind of like wow, he was something else. So it's very intriguing when we talk about him, the we know what he did and his the styling of him. Just incredible talent, because I talk about Bernard King. I got a chance to see B King, and he was the truth. It's just that, like I said before, he injuries took his career. Some of the guys that you've seen that you say, that guy, you should have seen that guy. That cat was bad. That cat was vicious. We talk about guys that we get excited about, but there are cats that you didn't get to get the totality because injuries took over their career and you didn't get to see them doing at their best. But he's one of those guys that he was the truth. He was the real deal. He was he was everything and then some when he was bringing it. He was bringing it. So um, to hear Dominique Wilkins was talking about how he said the guy he thought about the night before he played against him. That's a guy that you had to bring your A game with because he was going to be tough. Hall of Famers, the Hall of Famers. That's what you like to hear. The competition, the competitive nature. That's what it's all about. It speaks volumes to that. It's an intriguing display, and it requires you to tap into that artistry. Two guys that if they had been in the right situations, may be held higher as all-time greats too. So that's just something to think about in that. But tell me what you think. Dominic Wilkins says that Bernard King was the only player he worried about that he had to go against. That's some high praise right there, considering the matchups and the duels Dominic Wilkins had over his career and some of the greatness. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shitter if you like, and hit that membership because when you do, the requests you make, I bring them back to you. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.